how important is it to get him going to like something close to what we saw earlier in the year, and how is he adjusting with the success of Zoo and Harden and even Kawhi around him to try to find and pick his spots?
It's just important to win. It don't matter who's playing well, whose night it is. And like I said, a while ago, Norman's been, huge for us this year, especially with Kawhi missing over 50 games and, over 40 games, whatever it is. But, he led us in scoring for a reason. He came in shape, ready to go, and he can score in bunches. And he's been huge for us all season long. And so I'm not going to put the pressure on him having to get going or having to score. Like, just play the right way and win games. And so we're going to need Norm. We're going to need all of our guys to be special, all the way out. And so Norm was just being Norm tonight. We needed it, with Kawhi being out. But with our team playing better, with individuals playing better, we just got to, play the right way and win the game.
Ty, is there anything that Zoo does now that even surprises you, considering how he's played this season?
No, I mean, his touch around the rim, left hand, right hand, in the pocket with the floaters, which he developed. And Jay Larinaga has been doing a great job just working with him every single day with his touch, around the basket. But the most impressive thing is just rebounding the basketball the way he's been doing.
Does he seem in better shape to you than years past?
Yes.
Any insight on what maybe might have changed going into this season for him?
I think, having to play more minutes, was huge. But I thought he had a great training camp as well. Just coming in, being in decent shape, but then getting in better shape throughout training camp. And, we've been having to lean on him a lot this season. So I think he's just got in really good shape from just playing a lot throughout the course of the season.
Coach, you guys started off pretty slow in the first half. Did there anything that you told him in the second half at halftime to kind of get the flow back? Or
Yeah, I mean, we're playing for something. Like, we have a chance to do some special things, and, we can't mess around with this game, And so I know a few of the guys were, tired, and James being one of them, said he felt like he was stuck in mud. But, other guys stepped up, Bogey out the bench, Zoo, Norm scoring the basketball, DJ was huge scoring the basketball. And so we was able to take some pressure off of James, on a night like this where he's feeling tired and sluggish. And so just however we got to do, whatever we got to do to win the game, and fight through it. And I thought our guys did a better job in that second half.
It's been a while since we saw Jeff on the sidelines. Just how was it having him back and getting him back, especially before this regular season ended?
No, it was great. And like I said, Brendan O'Connor did a great job, in JBG's absence, but we definitely missed him, And so having him back is huge for us. And like I said, that's what's so important about, building a great coaching staff. He goes down, BOC steps in. I go down, B. Shaw steps in, and everybody moves up. And so just in it together, players, coaches, we're all in it together. And when a guy goes down, we have his back. And so it's really good to have him back.
Coach, 17 turnovers today, but a lot of live ball turnovers. I know these are things that you want your guys to continue to focus on as you guys get ready for the playoffs, those live ball turnovers. What was it that San Antonio was doing that was forcing the turnovers that you saw on your end?
They were being aggressive. I thought they were really physical, get into the ball, trying to pressure. And Castle did a good job of pressuring James all night, just trying to wear him down. And so we've been really good lately at just taking care of the basketball, make sure we're not turning it over. But tonight, we had a little slippage in that department. So just their physicality, just their ball pressure, it hurt us a little bit.
And your point of attack defense, it seemed like San Antonio, Castle, Johnson, and Wesley seemed like they put emphasis on touching the paint. Were you proud of you guys' point of attack defense that you saw tonight?
No.
Ty, anything can happen for the next couple of days here with the season, but given how well you guys have played here, how important is it for you to potentially have a home court advantage series starting here?
We're just taking it one game at a time, Tomer. But, from where we come from and now where we're at, just, we want to get in, without having to play in the play-in game. And so we're taking it one step at a time, one game at a time. But if we was able to get, like I said, home court, that would be very special, especially how well we've been playing at home. And, our guys have done a good job to get to this point, so we control our own destiny.
I'll phrase it this way then. Has this felt like, as you guys have kind of picked up steam here, has this felt like much more of a home court than maybe earlier in the year or in years past?
Yes.
Any big changes that you've kind of noticed as the year's gone on?
We have our own building. We don't have to worry about other banners hanging up. I mean, we don't share an arena like it's his home. And so like I said, Mr. Barmer said when he first took over the team that he was gonna build an arena, and so it's here. And I know we struggled early on; it didn't look good for us, but ever since that, I thought we did a good job of just having home court advantage. The wall's been great, our fans have been great, and we just got to continue to keep building off of it.
Hey, Ty.
How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm good.
Hey, obviously Kawhi didn't play tonight, but as great as he's been playing lately, I wondered, is there something that you see from him or about him or how he goes that kind of indicates to you, yeah, he feels like Kawhi?
When he's getting to a spot and he has that pop, he's back to being who he is. And then also, I look at rebounding. When he's rebounding the basketball at a high level, you can tell that he's feeling good. And so I'm glad we got him in a good place. Right now he's been playing well. He's feeling good. And we just got, like I said, just continue to keep building off what we've been doing and for these last 3 games.
Coach, you aforementioned about your coaching staff and how important it is to have coaches on the bench that you can rely on and step in where need be. I'm curious, for you, what type of development does that look like throughout the year in you developing coaches?
Well, our coaches are old as hell, so they're developing me with B. Shaw, JBG, Larry Drew, those guys. But they've been around and they've seen a lot. And so I always lean on those guys a lot, so it's just not me. And that's why I always give a lot of credit to our coaching staff, from player development all the way, up to JVG, J. Larry Nagel, BOC. All of our guys has, been doing a good job. And I trust them. They're not afraid to tell me the truth if I'm messing up, and things that they see. And you need that as a coach, and so to get better and have guys in your corner that, well, Dante talks a lot, but, Dante Jones, who's always, just having a lot of ideas and, they channel things and try to, come to you with a lot of different things. And so I'll listen, and it's good, like I said, just to have those guys around and developing Jeremy Castleberry, like you said, Dante Jones, Cookie Belcher, Sean Fine, Chris Holguin, Connor Dunleavy, and probably Amir Johnson. So I'm probably missing some guys, but like I said, just being able to develop those guys and those guys listen to me, but also being able to, get development from LD and Jeff Van Gundy and B. Shaw. So we're all connected.
And then Zoo, his game is a relic of times past. He's a big man that plays with his back to the basket. Has he crossed the threshold of being a dominant big man in this game?
I would say so. I mean, teams are double teaming him. You haven't seen too many teams play him one-on-one. They're coming to double, they're trying to front the post and mixing up coverages. But I would say the year he's having right now, he's for sure dominant.